As we will see, people were very willing to fight for their own country. Even in Canada, there was no shortage of people who'd be like, hey, yeah, let's go overseas, we'll see the world. We'll all be over by Christmas. Spoiler alert. It was not.
I don't know. I
I
don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe like 8 years later.
I mean, I do love Puerto
Eventually.
Rico.
Eventually. Okay, so what are the impacts of this? Not only does it inflate confidence in politicians and in military officials and in your foreign policy and in people who are buying into this, but it also then leads you to be essentially blind to all the wrongs of your country. So if you think that your country is superior to other countries, you're going to overlook some pretty dicey things. You're going to overlook, versions of modern slavery. Okay, slavery was abolished essentially in Europe by this time. However, you can still look at indentured servitude, deplorable treatment of colonized peoples. You overlook that. Okay, the Brits were well aware of what was going on in South Africa and how British troops were treating the peoples of South Africa. They didn't care because, again, they have so much confidence and are blind to the negative parts of the empire. They're only going to focus on the fact that, wow, look at a map, look at all the colored in red. That's us, i.e. we're better than everyone else. So,
Is all the nationalism and I guess all the patrioticness of Germany during pre-World War One maybe a reason for that they made the Central Powers?
Yeah.
Without regards to them being in the center of everything.
yeah, I mean, and we will see. They knew that it would be difficult. So their entire attempt was to essentially neutralize half of the enemies within 6 weeks, and then focus on others. It didn't work clearly, but yeah, that inflated sense of strength and might and whatever else, it very well may have led them to overlook that. Whereas we're seeing, the only country that we've noticed so far, folks, the only country that I've mentioned so far not maybe having these feelings is Italy. Remember I said how a lot of Italians were not okay with that agreement and they weren't okay with, Italian foreign policy? And sure enough, they're the one country out of the alliance in the top who don't jump in right when war happens. So if people aren't buying in, there's less likelihood that you're actually going to go and wage war against, another power neighbor, European neighbor. Okay, this one here, we also see propaganda used. You're seeing the portrayals of these individuals from different parts of the world or different empires or different nations as less than you. So you're going to characterize them, you're going to use caricatures to depict them in such a way that they're looked at as being not nearly at your level. And again, this is just that whole kind of all-in attempt at making your country want to and feel like it could take on the world or take on your enemies. All right? We're good with that? Sure, how are you doing today? Happy March, by the way. It's March.
Yeah.
It's March today.
Oh, bro, I think February 29th.
Yeah.
It's March 1st.
Today, no. Today is March 1st, actually. Yeah, March 1st. March number 1.
Alrighty.
I love Puerto Rico so much.
Eyes up here, Up there. All up there. Yes, Audrey, what's going on? Sorry?
She's just dying.
I don't have the qualifications to deal with that right now.
Okay.
What do I do?
Oh, we're all dying.
So much paperwork. I hate paperwork so much. Anyway, okay, so what this though leads to is a sense of unease because everyone's jostling for this now. You're all jostling for this primary position. Look at Germany and look at Britain jostling at it. Well, how do you try to win over? Well, you build up your arms, you build up your military. But we can definitely connect nationalism to imperialism and vice versa because you need this land. And if you think that your country is deserving of extra land and subjugation of other people, it's just going to, perpetuate more and more. All right. I'll jot this down anymore, you're over it?
Me?
Gonna wait until I post it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna post it for everybody.
okay.
Can you post for specific people?
And
That would be annoying.
That would be fun.
I have 3 of the I'll do it.
we're doing cartoons.
I don't know how.
I'm surprised how long this took.
Okay,
Fortnite guys, bro.
What kind of Fortnite?
Okay, we've talked about these already, probably don't need to jot these down, just reference back to, Ellie, reference back to what I was saying before, how
Okay.
France and Germany had fought, okay? Austria, Hungary, and Russia, they're trying to get everything in the Balkans. There's a lot of bad blood building, which is going to increase national security. Last thing I want to focus on here is just Serbian nationalism, because you can't look away from Serbian nationalism. When we get to the assassination, we're going to see, we've already seen in a relatively short period of time, we know that Serbia gained a lot of land in the Balkan Wars. We know that they're not happy being under Austro-Hungarian rule. Okay, Bosnia especially. Bosnia is another area where people are not okay being looked at as Austro-Hungarian. They see themselves as Bosnian. Serbs and Bosnians are pretty ethnically similar. And they share a hatred for, the Austro-Hungarian rulers. And when push comes to shove, things get done. When you have the creation of Young Bosnia and then the Black Hand, that just shows you how nationalistic their pride was, because now they're willing to, in all honesty, kill in order to have their own land, have their own territory, be recognized as their own people, their own country. Yeah, no?
Apart from Ferdinand, what were other assassinations from the Black Hand?
Not a lot. But Franz Ferdinand was the Archduke. He was essentially the next in line to be their ruler. So it's not like you're just killing a random official.
Yeah.
You're killing a really important person who, and maybe I'll give you a link, some good videos out there. Apparently the guy was a jerk.
Yeah.
He was just a terrible person. And yet, his foreign policy, he may have been able to avoid issues in the Balkans. So in a roundabout way, by killing him, you're almost with Serbia is almost sentencing themselves to turmoil.
I mean,
I love Puerto Rico.
I think they do without.
Why are we always talking about Puerto Rico?
I just love it.
Why do you love Puerto Rico?
I love Puerto Rico so much. I can't stop saying it. Post it.
Nope. Okay. And we will visit this a little bit more 2 days from now. We just know that with everything going on in the Balkans, with everything going on in Austria-Hungary, Bosnians and Serbs, predominantly young men, we're kind of spearheading this movement, being willing to do
Puerto
whatever
Rico.
to be recognized as their own group. Yes. Yes, you may. Okay, so that's it. Questions, comments, concerns?
No.
I will post it. Like I said,
I love Puerto Rico.
58 times. We're not.
I love Puerto Rico so much.
Puerto Rico
I don't
wasn't in the war.
I know, but I like it. No, I don't like it. I love it.
I don't know where this is coming from, Ellie.
Sorry, but I just love Puerto Rico.
Okay, when this works, I'll show you what you're doing. Okay, so again, tomorrow we're going to use the whiteboards, but we're using the while. I like the whiteboards. They're neat. Okay, I will post this as well, but I'll post this as a standalone assignment. Okay, causes of war paragraph response. In a single well-written paragraph, you have to answer this question. What was the most significant cause of World War I? You know what you don't do? Don't fence it.
Fergus.
Audrey,
I'm a terrible person.
send you to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico!
No,
We're gonna banish you.
Guys,
Banish you to a delightful, culturally rich island with delicious food.
I eat it every day at nighttime.
Punishment. Okay, so when you do this, this is one of those things where you will obviously show me that you understand the four of them, because you'll have to pick one. Do not pick both. Like, don't pick, this and this. Oh, all of them were significant. I'm not asking you that. Which one of these? So you will have to actually critically think to hold this down on the one that you think is the most significant, and then you have to justify it, okay? The reason why we went as detailed as we did with the main causes. One, it's pre-IB class, okay? Reading a little snippet in the textbook isn't gonna cut it. So we do need to get that extra supplementary details and context and, long-term and short-term causes for all of this stuff.
And the second is you'll be able to now use all of that information to back up and justify whatever you choose, okay? Keep in mind, this is just basic, like any other paragraph response, have a topic sentence or a topic statement. This is essentially your thesis. Your first sentence, and here's the thing, and I'm not, Audrey, I'm not, taking a cheap shot at English. I like English, I like taking English, I like teaching English. English writing and history, they're very different. History, take away the fluff.
Fluff.
We don't want flowery writing. English, you can get away with that. Okay, in history, we care a lot less of the word count.
I learned English when I was a baby.
So when this one right here, I don't need a hook. It's a single paragraph. Normally, I don't like hooks anyway. I don't want a hook. Your first sentence should be a clear cut. The most significant cause of World War I was this. That's it. Put a period there. That's it. It's a standalone. Back it up with your proof, which is your body sentences, have a concluding statement. No flower, no fluff. To the point, please. Okay? Make sure, and this is just good practice for any kind of writing, including transitional phrases, correct spelling and grammar. You will be submitting this online, so there really shouldn't be any excuses for syntax errors.
Syntax.
Consistent tense.
I'm good at
This
writing.
is an interesting one. Consistent tense. It's key. And then don't write it in first person. Not that I don't care what you all think, but it waters it down. And I think that no. Just tell me specifically what is the most significant one. Not by saying I think that.
I think
Right?
that.
Just a basic rubric called post this. This is straightforward. We'll do a couple of these throughout the course with the same rubric. And I'm sure like other teachers do, the first one will be weighted less. So yes, this will be assessed. Nothing huge. It's not going to be like 29% of your overall mark. It'll be worth 27, but not 29. But as we progress, and I will put a little bit of feedback here, I expect you to kind of refine your ability to do this in a simple, succinct paragraph. Okay, throughout. So that is the deal. I'll leave this up here right now. Actually, I need to take it off for 1 second because I'm going to post it. So when I post, I'm going to put two entries in Esme. One of them will be the main causes PowerPoint, and then the second one will be the assignment with this PowerPoint attached. So we're cool with that? Are there any questions? If you put, because I had this last year, the significant cause was when the guy shot the other guy.
Yeah, I love Argentina though.
What if we do something like that and then it's like an amazing
Nope,
just about one shot?
just no. So that's what you're working on for the rest of the period, okay? I'll probably put the due dates Friday for this. Why Monday? It's a simple.
I love Argentina. I love Argentina. I love Argentina so much. I love Argentina. Argentina.
Right here.
Everyone at his time.
I'm still alive. I wouldn't know why.
No, I'm gonna do a Dropbox.
Billion views. Boring.
Okay, I'm gonna create a Dropbox for this. How you want to send it is up to you. In the past, when I've done this, I've had students type it into something else and then actually send it as a message through the Dropbox. You can do that if you want, or you can attach a Word document. Please save your Word document appropriately. Don't love opening up something and saying it's a document. It's nothing to me. You know what a good habit is? Put in your initials.
It's real.
I like that.
That's real. That's real. Bruh, how are there 3 viewers, but one like? Stop it.
Okay, what am I doing here?
Argue one, you're viewing the other. You can't separate.
Wait, you're hosting one of the.
Oh, that's me. How can we militarism, alliances, imperialism, or
And Ali, if your answer is the most significant cause of World War I is Puerto Rico, I'm gonna be so upset.
Puerto Rico. I just love Puerto Rico so much today, just today. Puerto Rico. Bro, can someone please deport me to Puerto Rico? I want to go there
Why don't we as a country just take Puerto Rico?
because I love it and I don't want to hurt it. I don't want to hurt its feelings.
Territory, we got 4 territories.
I don't want to hurt Puerto Rico's feelings. I love it.
Are you recording?
No.